Hey there guys, welcome back to Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm working on a project that's been in the works for a few weeks now, maybe even a couple of months, and it's in partnership with Manfrotto, and today I'm going to show you through the behind the scenes of a video that I'm producing, which you will also see. Maybe you've seen it before this video, maybe you're going to go over and watch it afterwards. So they've sent me the Manfrotto BeFree Live tripod. Now this is a travel tripod dedicated to video work. So as you know, when I review products, I like to show them in a real world scenario rather than just talking through the specs and everything. So I'm actually going to be shooting a short film at the Blender Lane Artists Market. Now this should be quite a cool event because Melbourne is well known for its street art and creativity. And I'm going to test out the tripod, run it through its paces, and see how it goes as pretty much a one-man show. So this vlog's going to be very raw and uncut, really, in comparison to my usual vlogs, and that's because I'm going to be focusing on the film project at hand. So hopefully that shows a good behind-the-scenes vibe to what I'm working on. I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, am I? No. So I made it to Blender Lane, and I've just been scouting around, seeing where I'm going to get some shots and stuff. Up this lane, we've got loads of different stalls from various artists, and then inside there's studios and people doing some demonstrations of what they're working on. Later on in the evening there's going to be some music playing, so I'm hoping to get some shots of that. And then also there's some lights and other things up here, so as it gets darker, I think that's where the shots are going to be better. Now it is very cramped here, so it's a good thing that this tripod is actually fairly small, and I'll be able to test that out to its full potential in such a tight space, which you don't really find for video tripods at all. So at the moment I'm just trying to work out where I'm going to get some interview shots. So I'm going to talk with the organisers of the event and get some quotes and messaging for kind of what they're saying about the event, and then I'm going to overlay that with further B-roll content and some cutaways and other things later into the evening. With it being so tight, I'm not sure where we're going to potentially stand to film this, so that's kind of what I'm working out at the moment. Just checking the focal length to see if it was wide enough or not. This is the 35mm Zeiss 2.8, and yeah, I think it's wide enough. So before setting up any of the shots, I'm actually just walking around handheld with the camera, just kind of getting my angles and just seeing where I want to get some things. Because as soon as you put it on a tripod, you kind of really limit yourself to just sitting there and only getting shots there, so I kind of want to make sure that I'm getting a variety of different shots, and with it being so busy, you've really got to be quite nimble getting around. So I've got a couple of different options of where I can do my interview shots. You can either do it out in the lane, but it has just started raining, which is kind of typical really, or there's another option which is up here. I'm just up on some stairs and we can see all the different studios behind. This could be quite cool because I can definitely tell that it's quieter, so we're not going to get as much interference with audio. We're not going to get the music kind of playing in the background, so hopefully if we got any cuts then it's not going to be awkward. I'm just kind of thinking out loud on whether this is going to be a great option. And I quite like the idea of this being like an overview of all of the art that's happening here. There's such a variety of different, you know, street artists and regular artists and handcraft work and everything that's kind of all coming together, and you see a top-down view, which yeah, I quite like that. So yeah, this is literally a very tight spot. So I'm going to have to set up a tripod here. I may have to switch to a 16-35 lens just to go a bit wider. I haven't actually run through the tripod yet. So this is the Manfrotto BeFree Live, and this is a video-specific tripod aimed at the traveller, so kind of perfect for me really. Now this is made for mirrorless systems rather than a full video system. Because of its size, generally with a video tripod you want to have, you know, you want to have a big tripod really. So this is not designed for like big SLRs, big lenses, big video, you know, equipment. This will work great with my Sony A7R, which is what I'm actually going to be filming all of this on. So the tripod itself folds up inverted, just like this. So the legs come down in this neat little package. You've got 3 different positions for the legs, so at the moment this is in the folding position. We put it into standard and that locks it just like that. Lock it into position, and then I can extend it with the 3 different levers like that. So you'll see immediately, compared to a traditional video tripod, this is obviously a lot smaller. I can't stress that enough, but I'm going to test it out, and hopefully this will work really well. So I can adjust the height of the center column just like that and hold its position. So the main part of the tripod is this fluid head. So this is actually really well designed, extremely small for a fluid head. And the idea of a fluid head is that as you move it around, you get friction, which means that you can get a nice smooth shot without it jarring like a regular photo tripod. So we can do nice panning and nice tilting shots. And we can just lock the position just there, and we can do it here. We've also got this control just on the center ring here, which you could undo, and then you can physically level it using the built-in spirit level, and you can just get your shot angled nice and perfectly. So it just takes the standard video plate. Now you'll see this is kind of a universal plate across all video tripod equipment, and we just pop it on, note which way the lens goes, screw it into place, and then it literally just slides into the video head. You tighten it in the position that you want. You generally want to balance it in the middle so it's nice and comfortable as you're moving it around. And there you can see that now it's got a bit of weight on it, we've got this nice smooth panning motion, and if I'm honest, this kind of looks great for this size camera. If I wanted to, I could also unscrew the handle here and I could reconfigure that to a slightly more comfortable angle. This would be great if I was doing like shots like this. I can keep the handle nice and flat and straight. Let's center this, so undo that, and just use the little spirit level. Don't really know how I'm going to frame the shot because we're taking up quite a lot of space with the tripod already.
Essentials.
I know it's not windy in here, but I'm going to need this on when we go outside, so that's why I'm putting the wind muff on here. This, by the way, is the Rode NTG4 Plus, which is a built-in battery shotgun mic. So I'm actually going to be getting 2 audio sources. So I'm going to use this one as a backup audio, and then I'm also going to use the Rode Filmmaking kit, which is a lavalier kit, as a mic that will get like direct vocal audio. So this is just going to be a backup in case there's rustling of clothes and other noise. It's always good to have at least 2 sources of audio. And of course, you need to monitor your audio whilst you're filming, otherwise you'll have no idea how it sounds. So I'm going to set up this audio from the shotgun mic into the camera, and I'm going to have the camera HDMI out into the Atmos, and then the wireless kit is actually going to go wireless to the Atmos, and then I'm going to monitor all of the audio from the Atmos itself and use it to record everything.
Pizza bagel time.
Gotta stay fed, or you get hangry. Just setting up the shot before I get Matt up here, because otherwise I'm just going to be waiting around whilst I'm trying to compose it. So we've set up the shot, and we're going to be overlooking this area, and then I'm just going to go and get Matt now, and we'll start filming the interview process and get him mic'd up and see how it goes.
So there's one bit you have in this bit, it's like this cat's eye, right? There's no point by no beat on walking, no use no no Savion Blanc, no need to weep over Chardonnay, but if you must cry, cry over.
Checking the audio. Think it's all set up?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it is an inspiring walk. Well, it's inspiring, and then if you're there to do things, you know, it's a smile competition. For me, anyway.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think everyone's got different definitions of what a successful night is. So you know, other people might be here for different reasons. But I guess our core regulars, you know, we all kind of share the same sort of mentality, and you know, that's just about being in a really inspiring space.
Alright, so we've done the interviews, and now it's a lot darker outside, so we've got some nice fairy light shots, and we'll be able to get some shots of the evening and the general ambience of everything. Alright, that's all the filming done, and we're finished for this evening. We can go head back, look over the footage, and get some edits done. And I'll catch you there. Alright, so I've been back at my desk editing this video, and two things have happened. Number one, I've had a haircut, which is why my hair is no longer scraggly. And I've been going through and collecting all the shots and looking at what's working, what's not. And I need to go out back into the centre of the city and get some more shots of Melbourne as a city and a region. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So just pop down to what is probably the most Melbourne of Melbourne shots you can get. This is a Flinders Lane, Flinders Street station. It's one of the oldest buildings in Melbourne, which is maybe about 100 years old. Not quite London. This is the second of the most Melbourne scenic scenes. This is Hosier Lane, otherwise known as Graffiti Alley. You get some shots here because this kind of sums up art in Melbourne. Borrowed one of Ellie's hairbands, and the elasticity will remove some of the shakiness when you're moving the handle, and it kind of adds a bit of a nice inertia, just kind of eases in as you pan and tilt. Just like that, very subtle, it works quite well. Get it? So I'm having to be very careful when choosing locations because there's Christmas decorations up everywhere, and that will really date this video if I include any of those, or Christmas sounds and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep it as neutral as possible and keep with that summer vibe. Oh yeah, that smells amazing. Nuts. Hello. So I've actually now finished editing the Manfrotto video at the Blender Lane Arts Market. And I didn't actually end up using the footage that I got the other day out in central Melbourne. It just didn't really fit, and as I kind of played around more with the edit and made it tighter and tighter, adding in Melbourne shots just kind of detracted from the main story, so I didn't actually include that. However, I did get some nice shots. So I'm just going to show, this is from the Flinders Street station. We had some nice panning action there, with the trams going past and everything. And then also went to Hosier Lane, Graffiti Alley, and had a couple of good shots there. I was kind of able to test out the tripod in a bit more space with a bit more sort of comfort and using it rather than on an event day, which is pretty busy. So yeah, it overall worked out quite well. This tripod, it's not really aimed for big cameras. It's kind of designed for mirrorless systems and of course the traveler. Now this is where it's really key for me. So I don't always shoot with a tripod. In fact, I very rarely shoot with a tripod unless I'm doing some static work. So I don't actually carry a tripod with me because I kind of feel like the majority of times I'm not going to need it, I'm not going to use it. However, by having this small BeFree tripod, because it is so lightweight, I can potentially take it and not feel so kind of disgruntled if I don't use it during the day. I definitely found that when I was filming with the main event at Blender Lane. I didn't always use the tripod. I definitely used it a lot and I was able to play around with it a lot. And because it was such a tight environment, it wasn't that big a deal just kind of moving it around and kind of positioning it fast. But there were also times when I did things handheld and where it fitted, it worked well. So yeah, overall, I've got great things to say about the tripod. The only comment that I really would stress is that this is designed for smaller cameras, mirrorless cameras in particular. So if you've got big video cameras, then you will still need to go for a big video tripod. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to go and check out the main video. You will see that on my channel. I will be uploading that fairly soon, and make sure you turn on the notifications with the little bell icon. If you're already subscribed, click that bell icon and you'll get updates on when my videos come out as they come out. YouTube's been kind of changing the policy recently on what subscribing means, so make sure you click that bell icon and you'll get notified on your phone or via email. Just kind of guarantees that you'll be able to catch the videos, because I know some of you are maybe missing some of these. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I'll be posting videos quite frequently over December, hopefully, and then potentially back to the weekly schedule on Saturdays. So yeah, I will catch you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Hope against hope, I wager to be mine.
Hi, Matt. This is George.
Hi.